onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a dump off here complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. They go play action here on first down. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
His kick is
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bears nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of his drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he stopped immediately there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Flushed out right. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And again, it's Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it's third and goal.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Tua setting up shop to throw again. Flush to his right. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
On the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jason,
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
1-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
You got nothing. Alert flare, flare. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On the return is Cohen. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Bears take over
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this right back to Rager. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
7-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check your hot read. Check 50. Check 50. Check 9. Check 9.
On second down, Tua eluding the pressure right. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Bears nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Open man is born. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
At the 22-yard
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tua, eluding the pressure right. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run. This is Cohen. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offense.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And out. Fourth down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 on the play. And this.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
3rd.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. They try again with Cohen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Komet, his 4th touchdown on the... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
No good on the
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commented commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
To a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Mike 3.
Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
For the extra point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
That's what I want to see.
Picked off by Buster Screen. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
But first down, Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. And the Bears first down.
Hey, switch gears.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. That catch good for only a couple.
Cole Kmet.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Rager, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 20. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's complete right side to Komet. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back. That's caught inside the 20.
You know they pay me extra for this.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right
to a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40, 30, past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
For the extra point.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of 20.
As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.